Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of the Manchester City career mode here from the capture event over in Berlin. Of course, as always, big thank you to EA for flying myself and a number of other YouTubers out to Berlin for the capture event. Unfortunately, my month of September file was corrupted as my laptop froze whilst I was recording it. It was an issue that was my fault. I basically hadn't altered the settings and I just left my laptop as it was still recording for a little while and it went into sleep mode and everything froze. So I rectified that and that will never become an issue again. But unfortunately, we lose the month of September, but we are now cracking on with the month of October. It's just one of those things, I'm afraid. So we're back to Champions League action against Roma. And they're very, very strong, actually, Roma. We did a series with them last year, of course. We know how good they are. Perotti, El Shaarawy and Edin Dzeko up top. New signing for them, Steven Nzonzi in the midfield. Of course, they signed him in real life from Sevilla. I'm not sure whether that's going to solidify their defensive positioning in this game or in real life either, but I think it's a good signing for them. But they start off on the front foot here, as you can see. We, of course, won our opening Champions League game against Start, but that unfortunately was in the month that I lost the footage for. So I'm currently on 3 points in the group. I believe Lyon beat Roma. I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure Lyon beat Roma in the first round of fixtures. And we got some decent results in the league. I scrolled through them at the beginning of the episode, so feel free to go back and have a look at the scorelines if you would like to know them in full detail. But one thing I wanted to point out with this highlight, wasn't the best of shots, but the defenders, even when manually controlled and you just press normal clearance even without holding LT, they do occasionally tend to do those overhead clearances. I'm not sure whether that's going to become an issue later on in full release when you find yourself with a defender next to a striker. I haven't encountered it when the defender's been under pressure. They've just gone for a normal clearance, but if in space, occasionally the defender has gone for an overhead clearance like that. Unfortunately, this second goal that we conceded was particularly frustrating. It's Kevin Strootman that gets the ball into the back of the net at the last gasp there, squeezing it underneath the goalkeeper, and they get themselves a 2-0 lead. After, to be fair, their first goal was very good. Extremely well hit from Edin Dzeko. Playing the ball about nicely here, but sadly the goalkeeper was on top to make the save. But from a corner a couple of moments later, we get a header that doesn't quite go according to plan. Gets punched out as far as Leroy Sané. Across here to Fernandinho. And wide of the target. So it is going to be a 2-0 defeat against Roma, unfortunately, in the Champions League. I just edged possession. They edged chances created. Lyon destroyed Start by 5-0. I won 2-0, I believe, in the game against Start in the first Champions League game of this particular campaign. Now, Liverpool away is a fixture that Manchester City lost last year, I believe, if I cast my memory back correctly, and it triggered them going on an 18-match win streak. So I'd like to replicate that here if I can in this series. Starting a very strong side, Salah, Firmino and Mane up top, as you would expect. And as you would expect, Liverpool were a tough opposition. Nicely worked move, but David Silva unfortunately hits the post, the outside of it, rather than the inside of it, and it goes wide rather than into the back of the net. Salah here, just drawing a save out of the keeper at the near post, trying to squeeze it home. If he'd have drilled it hard and low, perhaps it would have stood a better chance of going in. Salah actually receives the ball short from a corner here, lays it into Adam Lallana, who strikes, and again we have to rely on Ederson at the near post to keep Liverpool out. Really, really solid goalkeeper for me, though, Ederson, I have to be honest. He's been brilliant. Definitely an improvement on his FIFA 18 in-game player, shall we say. I was going to say item, but obviously that would be Ultimate Team, but you know what I mean. And Kevin De Bruyne here at the end of another good move. We're putting together some nice football here with Manchester City. I have to be honest, I'm really, really enjoying my time offensively with them. Still struggling defensively as the AI are just hounding me. I do find it very, very difficult when the AI switch to their high pressure modes. However, sometimes you only need one man. Look at this run that Mo Salah goes on. He just turns away from me again and again and again, and I can't get the ball off him. In the end, I end up fouling him just by being too physical there with Benjamin Mendy, and it's going to be a free kick for Liverpool on this near side. It's Milner? No, it's Roberto Firmino that's going to take it. In the end, he doesn't actually take it that well, just dinks it into the near post and we're able to clear it, but only as far as Fabinho. In there to Salah, who with much better technique than his previous couple of efforts draws a good save out the keeper. Mane to Firmino, back to Mane, trying to catch the keeper out at the near post, which seems to be a theme here for Liverpool in that first half. Almost everything they did was aimed at the near post. Really great football from Fabinho. Not entirely too sure how he's done that, but It's Roberto Firmino on the end of the effort with a 1-2 with James Milner, and he rifles that into the back of the net and understandably sprints over to Jurgen Klopp to celebrate. They had dominated the game after I went 1-0 up, Liverpool, but new signing Jonathan Tah came on for them. They made 2 big signings in the summer transfer window. You can see just how much and how closely they hound me, though. They were very, very high pressure, Liverpool, as they are in real life, and they were very good on the counter-attack as well. You can see, ordinarily, you guys will have noticed on FIFA 18, a lot of my goals came through the middle. And now I haven't been able to do that on FIFA 19 throughout the entirety of this whole season. I tried to chop Salah there and just get him down, but I just couldn't do it. He just scampers away from me and very greedily aims at the near post again, where there were options in the middle for him to square that across, for them to win the game. But he's shot with the outside of his left foot into the side netting, and it will be a 1-1 draw against Liverpool. So at least we avoid defeat. It wasn't the most convincing of draws. I most certainly couldn't have complained too much if Liverpool had gotten themselves the winner. Now, I am still trying to move on a few players, despite the fact that we're out of the transfer window now. But I'm still encountering the same issue that we had last year in career mode, where players with high wages, or pretty high wages, just transfer talks break down with the club when it gets to the contract side of things every single time. Now, this was an issue last year, and it was something that myself and a couple of other career mode YouTubers that were at the capture event made a point of pointing out to the developers, and it was mentioned that it will be passed on to the relevant place. So we'll have to wait and see if that's able to be patched between now and release, although I believe this is the day 1 patch that we were playing on. So hopefully for the second patch it might be implemented. We'll have to wait and see. It might take a little bit more time to code, but we'll hopefully have the ability to make little changes like that with numerous career mode guys involved in the Game Changer program now, and hopefully at some point we'll get the chance to sit down with the career mode development team now that the journey is finished, and maybe actually give some full constructive feedback with regards individual game mechanics that we want to see added to career mode for the future. That's what myself and a number of other game changers would like to do with regards to the career mode side of things. So we'll have to wait and see if that becomes a possibility. I do believe it's something that they're looking to push forward with, and when the time comes, you guys will most certainly know about it, and I will most certainly be getting your feedback for the most important things that you want portrayed across to the dev team with regards to the future of career mode for either latter patches in FIFA 19 or, of course, FIFA 20 moving forward. Now, we were able to get a 2-1 win against Lyon with a simulated game in the Champions League a moment ago, thanks to a late Sergio Aguero goal. It was an early Sergio Aguero goal, however. They got us off to a good start here away from home at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Now, the ground will be in the game. Now, I don't know if it will be in from early access or if it will be patched in at a later date. I think I mentioned this in another video. I seem to remember mentioning it in a commentary somewhere. But I will be starting my Tottenham career mode from the 20th if the ground is in the game, which hopefully it should be. It will be most certainly from day 1, but if it's in from early access or not is still questionable, because I believe there was a case a couple of years ago with Bundesliga licensing where that was patched in a few weeks later. Hopefully the stadium shouldn't be an issue, because they've already got the licensing for it to be in earlier builds like this, so theoretically it should be able to be in from early access. That's the hope, at least. We shall have to wait and see. But this Manchester City career mode will continue to go on from strength to strength and be daily. There's been a number of other videos go up on the channel recently, including a Champions League run through with Liverpool. Later today, there'll be a collaboration video with another career mode YouTuber on one of the... In fact, it might well have been earlier today. This is going to be Saturday's video, so it will, in fact, have been earlier today at lunchtime. I think I'm going to do the video with Jared today and then the video with Niran tomorrow. So check the channel page for that if you missed it. As you can see, we're having a look at the upcoming fixtures. It will be November next with a game against Southampton, but December is looking like it's going to be a very, very busy month. Now, I have set up a full team squad and a rotation squad in the team sheets option. So I am actively, kind of rotating the squad fully for situations where we find ourselves either having to manage the squad for bigger games, or quite simply, as will be the case in December, managing the squad where we've just got a huge amount of fixtures. But at this particular moment in time in the season, we're having a great start to the year. 7 wins from 10, 2 draws and a single defeat so far 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League table, ahead of Manchester United, Chelsea and Everton. Watford were right up there at the beginning, but they've kind of fallen away a little bit. And Southampton up in 6th, which makes a change for them. Arsenal in 7th and West Ham in 8th, as you can see. But that's going to bring this one to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Do drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on more. Like I say, episode or video earlier on today with Jared. There'll be another one tomorrow with Niran. I think the one with Jared was no rules and the one with Niran was survival. And this series will remain to be daily, if not 2 times a day next week as we run up towards early access. And I've also got some Ultimate Team content to bring to you as well over the next few days. But thank you for all the support recently. I do very much appreciate it. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel is the most important thing to ensure you get all of the videos either from early access or full release once it arrives. But for now, I'll see you next time.